one of the more notable fly girls went on to do big things in her career as well, Miss Jennifer Lopez. Were you still on the show when Jennifer, aka Jenny from the block, walked in?
I was part of the reason she walked in. Because
Do
look at your
tell.
face. Look at your face. Because as I was leaving, I said to Keenan, I'm not going to leave you hanging. Because literally it was overlapping. It wasn't like there was time, weeks. It literally overlapped. And Keenan actually gave me an ultimatum. He was like, you know what? You can't do both. You have to do one or the other. So choose. And I was like, okay, well then I'm quitting to go star in this movie, right? And so I said, but, because we're friends at this point too as well, I said, I'm not going to leave you hanging. I'm going to replace myself with one of the baddest dancers I know. And I think between the two of us, we can find another dancer that's going to, replace me or the energy. And so, as we know now, who I was referring to at the time was Rosie Perez.
Mm-hmm.
And even though I was on the West Coast and Rosie was in New York, there were few of us who could go like that. You know what I mean? It's like at that time, you knew who you were. And so I was like, let me call Rosie and see if she wants to come to LA and do this gig. And at the time, as Keenan was like overhauling because I was leaving, he said, I really want to make the dancer vibe more diverse. And I said, okay. I said, well, and at the time I said, there's a girl that goes and, and at the time I said, she's a little heavy, which is real interesting. I said, she's a little heavy, but she goes like I've never seen anybody go. And her name is Jennifer Lopez. And he was like, let me check her out. And here we are.
Wow. I didn't know that you, number one, I didn't know you were still there when she came in the building, let alone being responsible for her walking in the door.
Well, let me say this because everybody gets all weird about it. I don't want to say I'm responsible for her walking in the door, but I feel like it benefits us all to have cheerleaders, right?
Yes.
And again, just like I'm saying about myself, that was Jennifer's gig to lose. It was already hers by me giving her kudos, by Rosie Perez calling on her, by Keenan understanding that those of us in the dancer world thought that she was bad to the bone. So the job was hers. She just had to basically walk in it, and own it. And so at that time, when there's a job with your name on it for whatever reason, it's just like with House Party, with Baby Boy even. I don't want to jump ahead, but even John Singleton said to me, I've been auditioning hundreds of women. I've done 4 camera tests and I still can't find the girl. And I think this is your role. And so there were reasons he had, there were reasons his mom had, there were reasons Tyrese had. So it was like everybody believed in me to do Juanita and Baby Boy before I even did. And so I think those kind of moments happen in The Chosen. Those of us who are chosen to do this for different reasons. I think Jennifer was chosen for a lot of reasons, but especially to show the Latin community, at the time that they were not underdogs and that, if you worked hard, you could have it. You know what I mean?